Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's Full Potential Show. I'm James Rick, and this is your number one non-boring source for personal development. And today on the line, we have Adrienne Graham. She's an author, recruiter, show host, and strategist. Her radio show was selected a top 100 heavy hitter radio show for small business by Small Business Trends. She's been on a number of media, including MSNBC, Entrepreneur Magazine. Today, we're going to talk about how to be a fearless networker. And this is for entrepreneurs and career professionals who want to learn how to build and leverage their networks to grow and be successful. Who doesn't want to do that? We've got some key ideas, very simple ideas for you today. Adrienne, so glad to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me, James.
Delighted to have you here. Let's dive right in. Let's talk about, first of all, what inspired you to get into this networking realm business? What made you go into this field?
Well, okay, I'm a recruiter by trade. That's what I do. Been doing it for 19 years. And when I started out, I was a single mom at home, and I didn't have all of the tools and the access that a lot of the big agencies had. So I had to learn how to make my way. So networking, coming from somebody who comes from a family who tells you don't bother people, don't talk to strangers, do what you have to do.
Don't take candy from strangers.
Don't take candy from strangers. Don't talk to strangers. I had to learn how to ingratiate myself, I guess you could say, to groups of people and learn how to network and communicate with people. So it's been a building process over the years, and I would say that I'm almost an expert now.
So you're a converted introvert.
Yes.
So you've been able to take this introversion and turn it into a bit of extroversion. So all right, so that's the foundation. Now, so what are the strategies? So we want to build these networks. We want to grow with teams. We want to come together and create synergies. What do we need to do?
Well, the first thing I tell people, and this has been something that's come up a lot recently, is diversify. As women, especially, and please don't send me bashing mail, ladies, women tend to network with they tend to stay in women-only groups. I tell people, especially my candidates and my clients, that you need to diversify your network. That means women reach out to men, because men have just as much to teach us as we do to them. That means whatever profession you're in, cross-pollinate, go into other areas of industries, where you can find like-minded people who maybe do the similar things but a little bit different than you, and make sure that you're always networking up. That's how you diversify as well. Network up, meaning find people who are more successful than you and people who have been there, done that, so they can kind of help you and guide you through that and be a good connection for you when you need some leads.
So diversify in both width, across industries, and depth, moving up the chain, so to speak, of success and experience.
Yes.
Okay, so number one. Number two.
Number two would be get up off your butt and stop being fearful. Get out there and network with people. You'd be surprised at the number of people who go to these networking events and they just sit in the corner and they're afraid that nobody can relate to them. The chances are the lady or the man sitting across from you feels exactly the same way that you do. So it's important that you get up off your butt and get out there, introduce yourself to people, and let people know who you are. I tell people, put your face in the place and put a name to the face.
How do you do that if you're afraid of getting out there and doing that, or there's a lot of social anxiety around networking, and sometimes it doesn't feel 100% authentic?
Right.
What do you recommend for situations like that?
I recommend that you don't overthink it. We talk ourselves out of so much. Networking is not as hard as people think it is. You have to realize that people are human beings just like you. They put their pants on one leg at a time. If you're going into a networking situation without the intent to sell or to land a job, it makes it a lot easier for you. Look for common interests, common bonds that make you more relatable to the people you're trying to network with. And don't make it so forced. Be natural about it. Talk about common interests, and don't try to say, hey, buy my book, hey, buy my program, hey, go buy my widget or hire me. Make sure that you're making it very conversational and leave room for there to be later conversations.
So don't go into it needy. Don't go into it expecting to get something out of it. I think that's where it feels weird. It's like, how can, you get that feeling sometimes like they want something from you. Go in there with the idea of giving and then expecting that everything's going to turn out okay.
Right. Giving and listening.
Giving and listening. And that's a great point right there. Being present. You really can tell a difference when you look at somebody in the eyes and they're there, or you look at somebody in the eyes and they're looking for who they're going to talk to next, and it just falls apart when that connection is not there in the present.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 3.
Number 3, I would say, that's a good one.
I've got it right here. Focus on building your brand.
Yes. Focus on building your brand. You have to let people know who you are and what you do and what you bring to the table so that you can build I'm going to steal this from Rob, what's his name? Guy Kawasaki from Apple. You have to be have people be your brand evangelist for you. If people don't know what you do, it's hard for them to promote you. For example, if you're looking for a job and you're telling everybody that, hey, I'm out of work, I'm an accountant, I'm looking for work, let them know what you do so they can give you proper leads. If you're looking for business, also let people know what you do. You have to be able to make sure they're educated on your skills and your backgrounds and also what you're looking for so that they can make the right matches for you.
Now, this is some really great advice because I can't tell you how many times I get into a room full of people and when you say, what do you do? It's this convoluted it's just out there and you're like, that's nice. What does that mean? Or, if you don't have clarity on, first of all, what you do, or secondly, a lot of times we don't even have clarity on what we could get help on.
Yeah.
What can we get? And so crystal clear that in a sentence or two, you could say, this is what I do, and this is actually what I'm working towards, right? This is a goal. I don't know if you know anybody. I don't know if you can help with this, but this is the idea. Just if that comes out in the conversation, you can get so much further in your networking than if you just kind of buzz around, but you have this very unclear approach in what you do and what you could use help on.
Right, absolutely. And another thing is people are afraid to ask for what they want. So that's partly contributes to why they're a little convoluted in their description of what they do, because they're not sure themselves, and then they're not sure if it's appropriate to ask other people to help them. So be clear on what you do and what you accomplish, and also be clear who you serve, but also let people know what you need, because then they can help you.
I was going to say, it's not appropriate to puke on other people. I think that's really what you get when it's blah. This is what I do, blah, and this is how you can help me, blah, and you don't know. So actually, I think the most appropriate thing in this case is the clarity of what you do and how you can help others in a way that's clear to them. Because we're so close to the forest that, sometimes we can't see the trees. We need to give somebody that objective perspective very quickly so they can put it in a box.
Right. I tell people, help me to help you.
Help me help you. Do you do the Jerry Maguire scene when you tell them that?
No, but
help me. Help you.
I'm going to start that soon.
All right. It's much more memorable that way. They will remember you. All right. So Adrienne, where should they go to get a copy of your book? I know you've got this book here with some very cool bonuses. Tell us what the book is and what they can expect, really quickly, what they can expect to get out of it and where they can go to get these bonuses too.
Okay, first you can go to www.empowerme.org, not .com, .org, and you can find all of our information and our products there on the site. But this book is Fearless Networking Without Asking Permission, and it was a spin-off, a course, I guess you could say, that I created after writing Go Ahead Talk to Strangers, The Modern Girl's Guide to Fearless Networking. What I realized is that people read the book and they said, okay, how do I put this into practice? So I created Fearless Networking Without Asking Permission, which is now also a program that I teach live. And you can go there and get that. It comes with some cool worksheets and in-depth. I mean, you're going to work in this program. And it teaches you how to be a fearless networker. The bonuses for everyone who purchases the book, you get, of course, a month of coaching free with me for networking to help build those networking muscles. You get a copy of Go Ahead Talk to Strangers. You also get a copy of the little book of Power Connections. And I have another little thing I want to throw in there.
And that's not all.
Yeah, I have a CD set that I'm going to throw for free too called Main Street Matters, and that's more for business people. So it is a good section in there about networking as well. So those are the bonuses that people can get. Wow.
Okay, so the book is empowerme.org with this incredible slew of bonuses. Go to empowerme.org and check out the book there, and also the newsletter and everything. She's got a lot of little resources on there. Adrienne Graham, thank you so much for being on today's Full Potential Show.
Worries. Thank you for having me.
And everybody's watching and listening right now, please be sure to subscribe or like the Full Potential Show so you can get more great insights from people like Adrienne. I got a helicopter going overhead. I hope they're not coming in the backyard here. Adrienne Graham, you get more great insights from people like Adrienne Graham and freebies that you will only find right here on the Full Potential Show. Thanks again, Adrienne. Have a good afternoon.
Thanks, James. Take care.
Well, that concludes this week's episode of the Full Potential Show, your number one non-boring source for personal development. I'm James Rick, and if you want to get more positive programming for your brain absolutely free on a weekly basis, just visit fullpotential.com.
If you like the Full Potential Show, you're going to love the Full Potential Club. What would you like most as a Full Potential Club member? Be 2 to 3 times more productive? Do what you're passionate about? Have more energy? Reduce your work hours? Travel the world? Enjoy an amazing lifestyle on a frugal budget? What if you could do them all? James Rick has been there and done it in ways that few people have. For anyone serious about taking their life or business to the next level, you know you've got to do more than just watch. You've got to do. Join James Rick and other like-minded people for an incredible $10 a month at fullpotential.com/club. Be educated. Be empowered. Be the best version of you. fullpotential.com/club. Try it free for 30 days.